On the news tonight, Federal High Court overturns Omoagege's 90-day legislative suspension. In business, the House of Reps asks federal government to suspend sale of NLNG plant. And on the foreign scene, Mahathir Mohamad sworn in as Malaysia's leader. A very good evening to you and welcome to Superscreen Flagship News, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Olamide Onwuka. Many thanks for joining us. The Federal High Court in Abuja has overturned the suspension of Senator Ovie Omoagege by the Senate for 90 legislative days. The ruling judge, Nnamdi Dingba, said the Senate is only powered to suspend an erring member for 14 days and 1 legislative day. Justice Dingba therefore ordered the immediate reinstatement of Senator Omoagege's salaries and other entitlements. You will recall that Senator Omoagege was on April 12, 2018 suspended during plenary over the remarks he made at a press conference that the amendment of the 2010 Electoral Act, which changes the sequence of the elections set by INEC, is targeted at President Muhammadu Buhari. The Kogi State High Court has adjourned the hearing on the bail application of Senator representing Kogi West Senatorial District Dino Melai until May 16, 2018. Chief Justice Nasiru Ajana adjourned the case after listening to arguments from both the prosecuting counsel Alex Izion and the defense counsel Mike Ozekome. At the last sitting, Justice Ajana had adjourned the case as a result of the failure of the lawyers of the police and Senator Melai to file their affidavit on the bail application. The senator, who is currently on admission at the National Hospital in Abuja, was remanded in police custody by the same court over alleged unlawful possession of arms alongside 2 others in Kogi State. The divisional police officer at the National Assembly, Sulu Gambari Abdul, has blamed the April 18th invasion of the Senate by hoodlums on internal conspiracy. Abdul, who disclosed this during an investigative hearing into the incident by a joint ad committee of the Senate and the House of Representatives, said there is no communication from the Sergeant-at-Arms to the National Assembly during invasion by the thugs.
Our senators are not helping security matter here. I have a lot of occasions, a lot of problems, and they are the people that are breaching security. They will come, they say, this vehicle, this vehicle, this vehicle, this vehicle, they are going to allow them. If any policeman or any security officer make noise, there will be a lot of problems. Either they call the IG, from there they will be threatened. You will transfer it to Maiduguri. And no policeman will like, or any other security agency would like any threats whatsoever, either Maiduguri, sir, or not. Sir, security is a collective thing. We cannot protect you if you are not ready to assist us to protect you. The legislators must be ready to cooperate with the security agent, work with them, and ready to assist us to protect them.
In his reaction, the chairman of the committee, Senator Bala Ibn Allah, said the police should provide the committee with copies of a station diary where entry of the crime was made. He also directed that the committee should be given copies of the crime routine diary, the pictures of those arrested, and the transfer register explaining where the invaders were transferred to.
After the arrest, did you take any statement in respect of these 5 people that were arrested?
I did not.
You did not?
Yes, sir.
Were they frisked?
Yes, they were. We searched them.
And nothing was found?
We have some charm.
And documented?
Yes, documented.
Do you have a station diary in the National Assembly?
Yes, we do.
Was there any entry to that effect?
Sir, you know it was a rally session.
No.
I'm coming, sir. I'm coming, sir. I'm coming, sir. I'm coming, sir.
Yeah.
I'm coming, sir. Please, sir. It's my work.
I know.
And I must tell you this.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, if we keep them there, they may be lynched.
Yes.
And something might have happened to them.
Yeah.
Professionally,
yeah.
It is advised you move them out to a safe place, and that is exactly what I do.
So where are they now?
I transfer them to to CID.
Can you oblige us now with a photocopy of the stationery entry of that day? The crime register?
No, it was not registered in the crime register. It was, we have it at the routine diary.
You said what?
We have it at the routine diary.
Routine diary. Okay, then we have a copy of the routine diary.
Yes, sir.
And then maybe that station diary will qualify the entry showing the transfer. The handing over too, we will have it. We need a copy of the crime routine diary of that day. We need the pictures of those who were captured on that particular day. We need the transfer handing over between the National Assembly Police and then the headquarters, and to whom it was handed over to.
Speaking there. The National Judicial Council, NJC, has set up committees to investigate the allegations leveled against some judges by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. You will recall that the EFCC had reportedly sent petitions against some judges already facing prosecution last year. The judgment of the Court of Appeal had rendered uncertain the fate of some ongoing criminal cases instituted by the EFCC and the Attorney General of the Federation's office. Petitions written against 25 judicial officers and others by EFCC were also considered by the Council, after which it resolved to empanel 7 committees to look into the allegations. The NJC, under the chairmanship of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onogan, took the decision, amongst others, at its 86th meeting held on May 8 and 9, 2018. The Minister of State for Education, Professor Anthony Anwuka, says the Nigerian university system has failed the industries following its inability to produce graduates that meet the demands of the industry. The minister disclosed this in Abuja during a 2-day retreat organized by the National Universities Commission for Governing Councils of the Nigerian Federal Universities. Details in this report.
Speaking at the 2-day retreat organized by the National Universities Commission for Governing Councils of Nigerian Federal Universities, Minister of State for Education, Professor Anthony Onwuka, challenged participants to bridge the gap between Nigerian universities and the industry. While he complained that the Student Industrial Work Experience Scheme program is no longer working due to what he called inadequate supervision, Professor Onwuka charged like minds to accept the challenge and begin to fashion out solutions. He, however, called for a reschooling project for the Nigerian students to equip them better for the labor market.
Honestly, I appeal to the University Governing Councils of Federal Universities to end the relative decline in the tertiary education system, which is unacceptable for our children, unacceptable for our democracy, and untenable for our economy. You, as chairmen and members of governing councils of federal universities, have a choice to make. The choice is whether you have the courage and political will to chart a better course for the university system to deliver on their mandates of producing quality graduates who can compete globally or not. And the decision cannot be delayed any longer. I hope no doubt that this retreat will be part of insightful discussions on the modalities we can adopt to confront the challenges of our university head-on.
On his part, Executive Secretary of NUC, Professor Abubakar Rashid, highlighted the fundamental problems facing the university systems as poor leadership, general underperformance, and inadequate teaching and learning environments.
Consequences of poor leadership and bad governance have combined to undermine the capacity of our universities to actualize their core mandates of teaching, research, and community service. Poor leadership and bad governance are constituting themselves into stumbling blocks and are making it difficult for universities to generate original knowledge, build character, drive innovation, and to contribute significantly towards the national development.
If the minister's call for 1 year reschooling is approved, it means students will now spend 6 years instead of 5 years with inclusion of NYSC. It remains to be seen whether students and academics will embrace this.
Still on the education sector, the Pro-Chancellor of the University of Lagos, UNILAG, Wale Babalakin, has tasked graduating students of the institution to conduct themselves well. Wale Babalakin and other authorities of the university gave the charge at the institution's convocation ceremony held in Lagos.
The University of Lagos continued to confer degrees, diplomas and certificates to the 12,638 students in various disciplines at the institution's 2018 convocation ceremony. Speaking, the Vice-Chancellor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe said 62 of the entire first-class graduating students are from the Faculty of Engineering. He also noted that 3 students emerged the best graduating students with a cumulative grade point average CGPA of 4.97.
I congratulate you all on the successful completion of your studies here at the University of Lagos. I also congratulate all parents and guardians and families. Today, honors will be conferred on all of you and prizes given to some of you. This elevation puts on you the responsibility to be great ambassadors of this university. It is my earnest prayer that wherever your path in life takes you from here, you will excel. The university is poised to develop its students by honing their skills through entrepreneurship training to be introduced as part of the curriculum. Subsequently, at the end of their program, they will not only be awarded the bachelor's degree certificate, they will also get an entrepreneurship certificate.
The best graduating students are Jude Matthew from the Department of Biochemistry, Abbas Roy Laride from Chemical and Petroleum Engineering Department, and Emmanuel Gabawale from the Department of Early Childhood Education.
I'm here to congratulate you for many reasons. First, for your clarity of mind that enabled you to choose University of Lagos as a university for your first degree. From all data that I've assembled, the preponderance of great people are those who have attitude, not necessarily aptitude. It becomes a double whammy, a great combination, if you can combine both. But you should never feel handicapped because you don't have aptitude. If you have attitude, the higher you go, the easier it becomes. But you must determine to get yourself out of the crowd. And to get yourself out of the crowd, you have been equipped. You have been equipped with the University of Lagos degree. I congratulate you, and I look forward to seeing you in the greater society.
These outstanding students were presented with awards and cash gifts.
The Vice-Chancellor's Prize. This is 100,000 for the best all-round performance in the university at the degree level, including the College of Medicine at not below second-class upper. It goes to 3 people who have 4.97 GPA. Matthew Jeffrey Jude, Roy Lyonde Botun Abbas, Babawale Oludare Emmanuel.
I stand here today with huge pleasure and honor to deliver this valedictory speech on behalf of the 2016-2017 graduating class of the University of Lagos. The university with arguably the highest number of students from different sociocultural backgrounds groomed to take charge in every discipline in the country and in the world, the University of Lagos. Permit me to read from the Holy Book, Proverbs 3 verse 5, as written by the Good News Bible version. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Never rely on what you think you know. Remember the Lord in everything you do, and He will show you the right way. Never let yourself think that you're wiser than you are. Simply obey the Lord and refuse to do wrong.
The convocation ceremony of the University of Lagos, which started on Tuesday, is expected to end on Friday.
In other news, a former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshomole, has formally declared his intention to contest for the chairmanship position of the All Progressives Congress, APC. The former Labour leader made the declaration in Abuja on Thursday. He is expected to be the main challenger to the incumbent chairman, John Odiji Oyegun, if the latter decides to seek re-election. A former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Dayo Adeyeye, has announced his resignation from the party. Adeyeye announced his resignation from the party after a meeting with loyalists and supporters at his campaign office in Ado-Ekiti. You will recall that Adeyeye contested in the PDP Ekiti primaries and lost out to Ekiti governor's choice of candidate. The former governor of Osun State, Olagunsoye Onyola, has resigned as chairman of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC. A resignation letter dated May 9, 2018, addressed to President Muhammadu Buhari, has been submitted to the presidency. Onyola said the decision to resign is to enable him pursue other political engagements outside the ruling party, and he thanked the president for the opportunity given to him to serve the country. Coming up tonight, House of Reps asks federal government to suspend the sale of NLNG plants. That's in business. These and many more stories coming your way after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back, and now for some business stories. The House of Representatives have asked the federal government to suspend its planned sale of the Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas Limited, NLNG. The House described the NLNG as one of the most successful and lucrative investments of the government, which should be left to run as a major public asset. The session, which was presided over by the Speaker, Yakubu Dogara, also resolved to investigate the government's motive. Governor Akinwumi Ambode has called on the World Bank to consider partnership with the state government in funding key projects in transport, energy, and water sectors. Governor Ambode, who disclosed this during a courtesy visit by the executive directors of the bank, led by Patricio Pagano, said though the state government years had usually invested in provision of infrastructure across all sectors, collaboration from the Bretton Woods Institute in key sectors in the state would go a long way in boosting the economy and making life comfortable for the people. Edo Civil Society Originations CSO has identified land grabbing as a serious problem affecting local farmers. The group therefore charged government at all levels to set up continuous town hall resolution to promote government and community interfaces across boards.
Communities that Okomu came to meet, they now give permission to the original owners of communities to enter, to come out. Once it is 6 p.m., you are locked inside. Man was born free, but wherever man wants to go, Okomu say no. These rights are God-given. I don't want to stir you to anger, but the truth remains the truth. That's number one. That's why they are right. God gave us these rights.
Reacting, resource persons Austin Osakwe and Press Aigbogan focused on enhancing community rights and strategies of advocacy, and you know your right.
Because without their machine gun, if they kill somebody, you won't see it, and they throw it to the river, you will never see that person again. So to me, those people living there, I praise them.
How do community benefit from such an economic exploitation, either by government or by multinationals? When I was going through the forest law, say liberated. They have what we call Forest Protection Fund. They also have what we call Forest Reserve Fund. I'm looking very closely at it. They said that Forest Reserve Fund, money deduced as source from sale of forest produce and its components. For you to preserve that forest, they get money from source. And for Forest Protection Fund, they get 1,500 per lorry load of sown timbers. That means communities that have forests in them are entitled to some protection.
Nigeria's excess oil revenue has risen to 22.4 billion naira daily following sudden rise in the oil price from $67 to $77 per barrel in the international market. The rise in oil prices is partly attributed to American President Donald Trump's sanction on Iran and a continued output cut by members of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. Still ahead tonight, Mahathir Mohamad is sworn in as Malaysia's president. That's on the foreign scene. Details of these and more after the break. Stay with us.